Hi, Charlie Simpson here from freebiztools.com, and today we're going to do part 2 of building a restaurant website, enabling web orders. The first step is going to be setting up the items. I've already logged in, but if you come over here, you should see this screen with the site that you built in part 1, and it should look very similar to this, hopefully. And over on the left rail here, if you zoom in, you can see you have this one called items. If you click in there, this is where we're going to be adding things, and you click on item library. Now we don't have any items in here yet, so we want to add items. So in this case, I'm just going to add the first item from my menu, which if you recall is over here on this tab, is the deluxe taco plate. So we're going to be adding the deluxe taco plate for $10 into our catalog. So this is actually a prepared food and beverage. So on item type, I'm selecting prepared food and beverage. This is my deluxe taco plate. And the price here is going to be $10. And I'm going to call this a plate of 3 hard shell tacos with all the fixings. And then I have some images, so I'm going to click here to upload some images. And in this case, I have this on my desktop, a series of images I've just downloaded as samples. And I believe I have a set of 3 tacos, which is going to be my lead image here. And I'm going to open that. And then we have a nice pic here, a set of 3 tacos. Okay, let's scroll on down. Fulfillment, this is going to be pickup. And they're going to use the default location because this only has one location. So let's start with options. And in the option dialog box, we'll fill in the option title. These are going to be taco fillings, so we'll call them filling options. And the first one is going to be a standard taco, which is just the regular hamburger meat. So let's go ahead and type that in and hit enter, and that will record it. And then we'll do the next 3, which include the carne asada, the chicken, and the meatless taco. Okay, so those are going to be my 3 options. You can choose to have it be a drop down or a radio button. I kind of like radio buttons, so I'm going to select that. And that then is our setup. Now, after I've done that, you can see they showed up here. I'm going to set a price for each one of these. The standard taco is going to be $10. So I'll go ahead and adjust the price of the other 3 very quickly here. So those are my 3 different options outside of the standard. Now I want to actually associate specific images with each one of these. So the standard taco is just going to have that set of 3 tacos because that looks like hamburger meat. For carne asada, I'm going to add a new image, and I've already have an image of a carne asada taco. So there you can see those nice, wonderful steak bits. And then the chicken taco, I'm going to add the chicken taco picture. And then the meatless taco just means I'm going to add a picture for meatless. Okay, so now we have 4 different pictures. You'll notice all of these pictures will show up here, and these will carousel through when we get to the item. And when you select the radio button, they should also show up there on the website. So that is the options. And the options only apply to this particular menu item. Now modifiers can apply to any of the things on our menu. So I'm going to add some modifiers here that are typical for all of the things that we would order in our store. And so I'm going to create a modifier. And I'm going to have them select from a list. And so I'm going to call this extras. So we're going to allow people to get extra salsa because some people like it hot. And there's no cost to that because we do salsa all the time in our store, or I'm assuming we do. Some people like sour cream, so I'm going to add that. And there is going to be a slight upcharge for sour cream. I'm going to say it's 50 cents. And then guacamole, because everybody likes, well, not everybody, but some people like guacamole. And avocado is a little more expensive because we use real avocados in our hypothetical taco shop here, so it's going to be $1. So I'm going to say these are the modifiers. They can be added to burritos or tacos or chips and salsa. So let's call that good. All right, so our modifiers are done, and that, click done here. Now that I finished that. Okay, so scrolling down the page here, you can see here are the options, here are the modifiers. We're applying the extras modifiers. You can create more than one. And then at the very bottom, you have some search engine optimization stuff. We're not going to bother with that now. That will be a future video. So let's go ahead and save that. And now you see we have our first item, or SKU as some people call it, with the deluxe taco plate. So I'm going to quickly go through and update the other 3 items, and you can see them here now. And we'll go on with the demo. The second step is to set up the store for order pickup. Okay, so now I want each of these to be pickup. So I'm going to go ahead and click and select all of these, and then click Set Fulfillment. And I see that I haven't enabled the location yet, so I'm going to go do that now. So I click Enable Now, and you'll notice I've now moved my menu into Settings Pickup. You can see that over here. And I'm going to add an address because it's not in here yet. And this is the A1 Taco Shop. Okay, and it's all set there. We're going to enable that for pickup, and I don't know, let's assume we can do curbside pickup as well. I'm going to assume it's open 9 to 5, and we're pretty fast. It only takes us, let's say, 15 minutes to prepare an order. And there's some other options here, which depends on your restaurant or what you're doing, would allow different things. I'm not going to worry about that because, once again, this is just a made-up store. And we can actually choose to make all items available for pickup, which I think I'll go ahead and do right now. Okay. That should be done, and let's go and look at our item library. If we come in the chips and salsa, we see it's pickup, and we can do the same for all of the others just to validate that that's the case as well. The third step is to create a takeout order page. So I'm going to go to categories, which if you look is the second item down on the item menu or submenu, and we're going to click add a category. So I want all of these to be in the category of takeout menu, since it could be you have some things that you don't want to be on your takeout menu and some that you do. And we want to add items to the takeout menu. So we can click on the choose item, and it'll bring up everything that's in our item catalog. And I want all of these on our takeout menu because all of these are available for takeout. So I'm going to click on save, and now they show up here. If you look closely at the text here, it'll tell you whatever order they appear here is the order they're going to appear on the category page. Well, I really want the taco plate because that's my primary item. I want it to show up in the same order as what's on the menu. So I'm going to reorder these just by clicking and dragging. So I want the taco plate first, and then the burritos, and then the chips and salsa, and then the margarita for last. Okay, so that looks good. Let's save it. All right, so now we have a catalog, a category page with 4 items in it. Let's go over to the website. So let's click on the W at the top here, and that'll take us back to this page, the overview, and then click on Edit the Website. And we're going to add a category page. So click on Pages, and the little plus sign right up here in the corner is what we're going to click on. And what we want to add is a category page. So there's only one category, so it automatically shows up here, and you can see the items in the order we specified. And I'm going to call this page name the Takeout Menu. Same thing as what we call the category page, just so that it shows up like that in the title. So we'll go ahead and click Done here, and we see Takeout Menu showing up here in the title. Now I want it actually to show after the menu, so I'm going to reorder this. And there we go. We have Menu and Takeout Menu now. So that looks good. Let's go ahead and I want people who look at the menu to actually have a way of getting to the takeout menu. So I'm going to add a button to get people to the takeout menu. So if I click on Build, so we can grab a button element from the side and then place it at the top. And I'm going to call this Order Takeout. And for this button, I want it actually to center. And let's see, I think we need I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger and make it kind of a different image. So I like that. Now I want to put another button at the bottom of the page. So I could do what we just did, or I can take a shortcut here, which is just copy. And we'll copy it on this page. It puts another button in here, and then I can just take that button, drag it on down to the bottom. And there we go. We've got two buttons, one at the top and one at the bottom. That looks good. So now let's publish it and take a look. Okay, if we click on the menu, we see here's our menu with the order takeout. And if I click on the order takeout, we don't go anywhere at all because I realized I didn't connect the button up. So I'm going to come in and I actually have to set up a link to where you want that button to go. And I want it to go to the takeout menu page. So we'll do the same at the bottom. We'll click on the button. Now we'll publish that again. Then we'll go back to that page and let's refresh it. And I click Order Takeout. And there we go. We go to the takeout menu. You see we're on the takeout menu now. So this looks pretty good. Let's look at our deluxe taco plate. So here we have a nice looking taco, and you'll notice we have our options here. If we choose carne asada, we get the picture of the carne asada, or the chicken taco, or the meatless taco, and we have the extras. As we add in the sour cream, price goes up by 50 cents, and it goes up by $1 if we add in the sour cream and the guacamole. The fourth step is to enable payments. And then down under settings, we'll have checkout. If you click on checkout, there's a few options that can be set up to set up our payment. Depending upon what you use in your store, that you have Square, Stripe, or PayPal, which you can use. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and go with Square here. Most of these fees well, the fees are identical actually for all three of them. PayPal would require an upgrade. So all we need to do here is really click Connect. And then you'll log into your Square account. And once you're logged in, you're connected. So you'll notice it says upgrade to lower your transaction fees. We'll have a separate video talking about fees and where it makes sense to actually bother to do the upgrade, since it's only a slight reduction in fees and you have to do a fairly high amount of volume. So tune in for that video in the future. Okay, so now we're all connected, and let's go back to our taco shop and let's see if we can add that to the cart. And sure enough, there it is. We have our deluxe taco plate, just beans, sour cream, and guacamole for in-store pickup. So there you have it. We have completed enabling orders for our web store we built in part 1. If you would like to leave a comment about things that would be useful for you, please do that below, give us a thumbs up, or subscribe to our channel.